How you guys doing? This is Jason with TunaTech, and today I got something a little different. So we live in a world of streaming, and we all stream from smart TVs, tablets, phones, but there's a couple companies out there. Apple makes Apple TV and their streaming boxes. You've got Roku, however you want to say it. They make streaming TVs and boxes. And then there's Google. Now there's a bunch of third-party Chinese variants of streaming devices with Android, most of them which I would not recommend, but there are a few like Google that does make some that people might actually want to use. So a couple years ago, ONN, a Walmart brand here in the US, released this. This was the 4K streaming box Puck. Not a bad device. I don't really have the specs on hand of this, but basically it's 4K, does some streaming, not the quickest, but it got the job done. Now, you fast forward a couple years and you realize, they really haven't released anything in a long time. Well, that's when this comes in. This was released a few days ago. This is the Watch On, that's the brand, 4K. This is the Pro. So what makes this Pro? Now, I can read up the specs: 4K, ultra high definition. It's got a quad-core Cortex A55 chip with a Mali-G31 MP2 GPU, 3 gigs of RAM, which I believe is an upgrade from the original, and 32 gigabytes of storage, which is also an upgrade. Not a whole lot. I wish they would just throw 128 gig, 256 in these things, but better than the old one. This actually supports Wi-Fi 6, 2.4, and 5 gigahertz, so the other one did not. It's got a USB 3.0 port and an Ethernet port, which is not gigabit, but it still does offer an Ethernet port. It supports Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, which is fantastic for my new projector here at my house. I and my soundbar support both those codecs, so it's nice to have those in. It does do Google TV OS, and it also has Google Voice Assistant, handshake voice control. It can, do everything Google can do, including, control your smart home. But what makes this interesting is, when the first one came out, it was cheap. I don't know, 20, 30 bucks, and it did the job. It works. I still use it. I just pull it off my TV. But this one should be quicker, should have more RAM, more memory, and support better stuff. So you see here, Google TV, yeah, you can see what it supports. It supports anything that every other streaming device supports. There's your Dolby Vision Atmos, and that's gonna be something I'm gonna test out with my projector. And I think that's about it. On the back, you have kind of like just a really quick what's in here, and you can see in there 4K ultra high definition, and all the stuff pretty much I just read off the website here, and here's what it is. So let's open it up real quick. You got your quick start guide. You got the device, which I'm going to pull out here to move to the side. Underneath all this, you've got a barrel connector. So it does get powered off a barrel connector. Last year was a micro USB, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. It still needs to get its power. Let's see what else we got in here. We've got an HDMI cable. You got batteries and remote. So last year's remote is very similar to this, only it's white. And I don't know if this glows, or I don't think it's backlit, but it may have a glowing aspect to it, but I don't know. Either way, this is the same as last year's pretty much, except for the star button, which I think is a programmable button, unlike last year's did not have that. So let's open up this thing. One thing I won't tell you guys, here's the old one. And I'm going to open this one. This thing is a lot bigger. I'm not really sure why. Kind of interesting. But right off the rip, it looks like one of the old Google Pucks that they had that were smart speakers. You got a power button here, or an activate button here. You got 3 lights on top, like most Google smart speakers had for a while, where they would light up. On the back here, you got your barrel connector, USB Type 3, HDMI, your LAN port, and your reset button. On here, you can mute and unmute your speaker or your microphones. And I believe, I can't know if I can see this in the picture, but I think there is a speaker in here, and you can also, use it as a smart assistant. So let's take a break here for a second. Sorry for the break there. I wanted to see if this has a speaker. I don't have any proof of that until I actually plug it in and try it. But like I said, guys, this is just a quick unboxing. Nothing spectacular. I just wanted to kind of go over this, and you can kind of compare, like I said, the difference between these two. This is heavier. It does not feel cheap. It's plastic, but it's heavy duty. And what's even amazing, this was $30. This is $49. Now, at the time of this recording, they were slowly releasing these into the Walmart stores, and they were selling out. At least that's what I thought. It seems like they were kind of releasing this to Walmarts slowly, but now it seems like the majority of Walmarts again are selling out. So I don't know if it's just a low stock or if it's something that is just they're selling out. Well, either way, this is $49.99. This is the Walmart 4K Pro streaming box. If you want to get your hands on it, I'll leave a link in the description below. Thanks for watching.